Hey, music fans, and welcome to Scrap Dog Scott's Records. Today, I'm going to be going over my entire record collection from A to Z, except it's actually B to Z because I don't have any records that start with A. But I'm excited to get to go over every single record that I own in my collection. I'm going to start with my Beatles albums and then move all the way to I'm gonna save the last one as a surprise. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but you'll probably think it's funny. As you can see, I also have some on the back wall. That's my wall of fame, so I'll need to pull those down from the wall as I get to them. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started with my Beatles records. Okay, so the first part of the collection I'm going to show is my Beatles records. Starting out with their debut album, Please Please Me. This is a UK copy from 1963. It is not the very first pressing. As you can see, the label is different. Oh. I've also got lots of Coke bottles. It's a third or fourth pressing, one of those. But I'm very glad to have that. And we got With the Beatles, kind of a step down from their first album, if you ask me. This is a later copy, too. Still from England, though. Parlophone. And now we've got It's Been a Hard Day's Night. This is a first pressing from the UK. Let's see. That. Great album. Best the early Beatles albums. And then we got this album. Beatles for Sale. Yay. Not a really good album in my opinion, but it does have 8 Days a Week, which is a pretty good song. I like No Reply and I'm a Loser and Babies in Black and I'll Follow the Sun. So most of the stuff on side one, Cover of Rock and Roll, not so much. Kansas City is okay. 8 Days a Week's amazing. Words of Love, not my favorite Buddy Holly cover. Honey Don't is terrible. Here's the gatefold. And it's a later copy as well. Now we've got Help. So another first British pressing of it. Let's see the front. Now this album is very good. Rubber Soul. Another first issue UK copy. Actually, I think this is a second pressing because it's not the loud cut. It's got the -4, I believe, in the Matrix. Now we got a US album. Yesterday and Today. Not the Butcher one. The rainbow capital label there. My favorite US Beatles album. I got one other US Beatles album, which I'll show later. Then we got Revolver, another UK import copy. Early pressing, too, on the Parlophone label. Ooh, careful. Next, we have my favorite record in my entire collection. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. UK original copy. And I have the US one as well over on the wall. So you might see that in the background of one of my videos. Jason is running out of room for his records. Yeah, I had to buy those shelves back there because I have so many of them now. If you want to get U.S. Beatles albums, get Yesterday and Today. That one's amazing. What's one other good one? U.S. Rubber Soul, Meet the Beatles. Those are probably my favorite ones. Now we've got the other U.S. one in my collection. Roll up for the Magical Mystery Tour. Early U.S. mono copy there. It's got the book inside, even though it's detached in the middle. Okay. Now we have the White Album, and I have the pictures up on the wall there. This is a UK copy, but it's like mid-70s. Now we got Yellow Submarine. I think it's a UK 80s copy, which I don't listen to this album a lot, so I don't know why I spent all the money on the UK one. And now we have my favorite Beatles album, my favorite album of all time, Abbey Road. Another original UK copy. But it's got the apple in the right place on the back. And then finally, we have Let It Be on the red Apple label. And then I have Beatles compilations. The red one, blue one, and these are all original copies on the Apple label from the US. I got Past Masters, that's a remaster. And then finally I got Now and Then, the 12-inch single. It's got the Parlophone label on the back. I definitely wanted to buy this since it's the only thing released by the Beatles that will ever be released in my lifetime. So I had to get that. Okay. We are now going to move on to the shelves. Okay. First, the Beach Boys. Surfing USA. Yeah, some of those compilations are kind of expensive, especially the I know the Past Masters one, oddly enough, is worth a lot now. Surfing USA. There's the back, and they're all on this Capital Rainbow label. So I'm going to show the label for this one. This is one of the early copies that credits Brian Wilson solely for Surfing USA. No Chuck Berry on that one. And now I've got Surfer Girl. It's their first really good album. These are all original US monos. Little Deuce Coupe. Got for $5, still in the shrink. Not a very good album, but I'm kind of a completist with the Beach Boys. I buy all of the okay to good albums, great albums. I don't bother with the junk albums though. Shut Down Volume 2. Still in the shrink as well. all summer long. This is a great album to listen to during summer. There's a misprint that says "Don't Break Down" on the top, instead of "Don't Back Down." We got the Beach Boys Christmas album. And we got one of my favorite Beach Boys albums, The Beach Boys Today. Love that album. We got Summer Days and Summer Nights. And then Pet Sounds, you can see over there on the wall. It's an original copy of Pet Sounds. One of my favorite records in my collection as well. Smile, 2011 record. Love that I have this. It's amazing. So much better than what we actually got. Smiley Smile. And this is the Capitol Record Club edition. So it's on the Rainbow label instead of the Brother Records label. Wild Honey. Friends. "2020, the album with the best vision." It's even got eye chart. Sunflower. This one's actually pretty rare now. I bought that from the same guy who sold me the Smile album. This one as well, Surf's Up. Holland, no EP. This one's funny because the picture is actually taken upside down. That's the picture. But the cover's like that. And then That's Why God Made the Radio, 2012 comeback album. Now we got the Bee Gees. This is the Bee Gees first. And it says stereo at the top, but it's actually a mono copy of it. It's in the wrong jacket. It's their first album before they did the disco stuff. It was kind of more 60s pop music back then. And here's the Bee Gees you all know and love. Spirits Having Flown. Great album. Here they are. Very 70s. Bon Jovi. Still haven't listened to this full album, just the first side. But I bought it just for the 3 singles on the album. Boston. First album is up there on the wall, you can see. And then second album, Don't Look Back. Next is interesting because I have 2 copies of this next album. They're different editions. This is my Buffalo Springfield album. It's the first version in stereo. This has a song that was later deleted to make room for what it's worth. And it's kind of more rare to find the stereo version because the stereo version of that song is now permanently deleted. So that's an interesting fact. And then here's my mono copy that has For What It's Worth on it. It's got the hype sticker. It says For What It's Worth. Now we've got Bob Dylan. Oh wait, no, sorry, the Byrds. Here's Mr. Tambourine Man on the Columbia 2i label. Got that for $5. Turn, turn, turn. The Fifth Dimension, and this one, someone decided to glitter glue all over the cover. So I need to find a different cover for it. Younger Than Yesterday. And then the Notorious Byrd Brothers. And here's Tyler.
Hello. What's up, Jason? I see.
Yeah, Jason is in the comments here right now. I think he's the only one watching right now, but we'll see what happens.
Oh. I'll pull the string on my phone.
All right. Next we have Larry Carlton, guitar player, played a lot with Steely Dan. This is his solo album with Room 335 on it. We got his second album, Larry Carlton Strikes Twice. Tyler will be the comment responder. General Kenobi.
Yeah, I didn't know much. I thought they were just disco. I didn't know they were like 60s pop. That's crazy.
They've been around for a while. They got a record deal when they were like 13 or something like that. But I like the disco stuff better. Okay, now we got the Cars. Self-titled debut album. Love this album so much. It's amazing. We got a record that I just bought today. Heartbeat City. Really good 80s album from them. It's got Who's Gonna Drive You Home on it. We got The Genius, and I don't mean that guy who's obsessed with early Fleetwood Mac. I mean the real genius, Ray Charles.
Is that Jimmy Fox?
No, it's Ray Charles. Modern sounds in country and western music. Chicago. The Chicago Transit Authority.
It's a pretty good album.
It is.
It's
Other
always
than
the first album.
Freeform Guitar.
Yeah. Maybe we'll listen to the first album.
We have. We need to listen to this one. This one is my favorite. Chicago. Second album. It's got my favorite song by them, 25 or 6 to 4.
That was on the other album.
What? Which other album?
25 or 6 to 4. That was on the other
It's
album.
on this album.
Okay, he's got the second album. Yeah, Jason.
Yeah! So good. You're going to be glad you have it. I think you got it for $5. too.
$5. Chicago's pretty cheap.
Steal for it. Oh, it's because they're the second biggest American selling band behind the Beach Boys. So
It's crazy.
Chicago's third album.
Jimmy Fox. Yes, of course, Jimmy. I saw a little clip of Jimmy Fox learning how to play the piano,
Yeah.
and the guy who was teaching was actually Ray Charles.
Oh my goodness, that's insane.
So Jimmy Fox got a piano, because he was
Piano
doing the
lessons from
biopic.
Ray
So
Charles.
Ray Charles was just like,
That's crazy.
so it was fun.
Okay, now we've got
Chicago Wood.
the Wood album. Number 5.
Chicago Wood with the best gatefold of all time.
Oh yes, the best gatefold of all time. Look at this.
The best
It's
gatefold is
wood!
wood. Yo, I got bad wood. You listen to that album in the morning.
You know what? Roll over here. Roll over laughing. Okay.
Hello.
It's got Saturday in the Park on it. One of their best songs. Chicago 6, the Money album. because we've got to have money, which is a running joke on our channel now.
Oh, you get 2 people watching. Me and Jason. You.
And then we've got Chicago 7. Love this album. Half jazz fusion and half pop songs.
That's crazy.
Double album. Chicago 8.
Chicago Cardinal.
It's okay. I like Old Days, though. That's a good song. And I like Oh Thank You, Great Spirit. There's a Iron On patch in here.
It probably won't work anymore.
No. Probably past the expiration date. 1976 or something. 75.
Wow, that's crazy.
Chicago's Greatest Hits. Number 9.
Number 9. When does the switch from Terry Kath to more pop sound?
I will let you know.
Uh,
These are still Terry
when
Kath.
he dies.
When he dies. So, next we have Chicago 10. The Chocolate Album.
Chocolate.
Okay, but this one has If You Leave Me Now, which is a song Jason will probably know. And then now we have
Chicago Maps.
Chicago Maps. This is the last one with Terry Kath on it.
And then he
Unfortunately dies
by his own hand. Unintentionally.
by the hand of drugs.
Yeah, great song.
Yes, I love If You Leave Me Now. This is not quite yet
Yo, it's
like
Hot Streets.
80s ballads. This is them still trying to sound like 70s Chicago and failing miserably.
Hot Streets.
Hot Streets.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that album is. If you think that album's bad, just wait till what we're going to come up next.
Chicago Skyscraper.
Chicago Skyscraper.
Hot trash.
Other than Street Player,
Why do you have this album?
because I was in a phase where I needed every Chicago album, and I put them all on the wall just because of the album covers. But I love Street Player. That's why I have this album, really. Street Player is amazing. Everything else is garbage. Garbage.
Okay, so he played on all. Yes, he did.
Yes, all the way up to the map one.
Oh, the best one, Fingerprints.
Yes.
And it's a promo copy.
This
Yo.
album is garbage.
Again.
And now we've got Chicago's Greatest Hits Volume 2.
Wow.
What's on this album? I forget.
Does it not say on the back?
Nope, it doesn't.
It's not a gate.
What a way to sell your greatest hits. Okay, Baby What a Big Surprise from the Map album. Dialogue Part 1 and 2. Amazing. Oh, wait, but I think it's just Part 2. Yeah, it is. It's just Part 2. Why would you do just Part 2? That's weird. No Tell Lover from Hot Street. That one's all right. Alive Again. Best song on Hot Streets. Old Days from Chicago 8. That's a good one. You Leave Me Now. Amazing. Question 67 and 68. That's amazing. Happy Man. Amazing. Gone Long Gone. Okay song from Hot Streets. And Take Me Back to Chicago from Map album. Another amazing song. Except I think it's the single edit. Now we've got, this is where the band gets to the 80s sound with this album here.
Oh, looks like Nick commented. Did you show the Hollies yet?
No, I have not.
We're on C.
Oh,
Man, I
ooh.
want to do a deep dive on Chicago sometimes.
Jason?
Ooh.
You know how we have people doing series with other people? If you would like to do a deep dive on Chicago, I would love to do it with you because I love Chicago.
He
They're
does.
so good. I have 20-something albums from them. That's how much I like them. Yeah, Elton John has way too many albums. You'll see a lot of them in just a minute. But this is where they start doing the 80s pop thing. Chicago 16. I actually really like this album and the one that follows it. And some of 19. This has the hit Hard to Say I'm Sorry on it, which I love that song, especially with the Get Away thing at the end. Bill Champlin he was Terry Kath's replacement. And he actually has some pretty good songs on here. I love Follow Me. That song is amazing. I like Sunny Think Twice. Love Me Tomorrow, great song. I love Waiting for You to Decide What You're Missing. I love Bad Advice. Okay, this album is actually really good. I have not listened to this album in such a long time. I'm probably going to give it a listen tomorrow. I'm just looking at the titles and I remember how much I love it. It's been forever since. I don't think I've listened to that album in years. I need to give it a listen. I love it. And then we got the best 80s album, number 17.
I'll watch the videos as you guys go along. Nice.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you'd want to do a deep dive on them. I think you just might want to listen to some select albums by them. Nick, if you'd like an album that gives a good sound for them, listen to Chicago 5. It's a single album, and it has their biggest hit, Saturday in the Park. So it should give a... Or listen to Chicago 9, their greatest hits. Those are the two I'd recommend for you if you want to just get an overview of their sound. But they're amazing. This album,
Chicago Parcel.
amazing. It's got You're the Inspiration on it. I love We Can Start the Hurting for a While. We Can Stop the Hurting for a While, Robert Lamb. Yeah, Robert Lamb kind of wasn't very involved with the last album, but he gets back on this one. Hard Habit to Break is fantastic. I love Only You. Long Comes a Woman, fantastic. Please Hold On. Yeah, another great album that I haven't listened to in a while. I like his Reputation, but
Why?
I don't care about a bad reputation. I still like the
Don't
albums.
give a damn about my bad reputation.
You got the job for that.
Oh, it's your favorite album.
Oh boy. This is the album where they decided to redo 25 or 6 to 4 in an 80s style. It's off. It's garbage.
How did you come about this album, sir?
Somebody gave it to me thinking that it was Chicago 2. True story.
Unfortunate.
It's got some good stuff though. Niagara Falls, that's pretty good. If She Would Have Been Faithful, that's where I kind of get why people hate that song, because it is kind of a cheesy 80s, but it's like they ramp up the cheese on this album.
So much
Like,
cheese.
With Peter Cetera, at least he's got a good voice and they got the horns going. This album, they ramp up the cheese, and it's too much.
It should have been they should have just put cheese on that.
And Bill Champlin isn't really writing rockers anymore. There's still some rockin' stuff on the last two albums by Bill Champlin. That stuff is all cheese. Now this album's a lot better. Number 19. More Bill Champlin, more Robert Lamb, Heart in Pieces. We Can Last Forever is more the 80s cheese, but it's a good one. Coming from the Night is a really funky song. Look Away, number 1 song.
Now,
That one's amazing.
what's funny about this album cover, Scott?
One of the first album covers to have a computer-generated image on the front. Oh, Phil Collins Genesis is better than Phil Collins. I actually am going to agree with that statement. Even though I love me some Phil Collins solo, I like his stuff with Genesis even better.
Jason just says, why?
Oh, why they redid 25 or 6 to 4.
Who
I
knows?
have no idea. It was a terrible decision. But
We need to make some money.
yes, we've got to have money. But this one is actually pretty good. Like, it's like my least favorite album, not including the Fingerprint or the Hot Streets or the Skyscraper. But it's not as good as the 70s stuff. It's not as good as, definitely not as good as the 70s stuff. Not as good as the 80s stuff before, but at least better than 18.
Oh, speaking of Phil Collins Genesis, Scott introduced me to Abacab the other day.
It's a great album.
Pretty good album. Dodo Lurker's probably the best song.
Yes, it is. What? Not Who Done It?
Oh.
Speaking of Phil Collins, I think he's the next, or almost the next. We got to get through old Slow Hand
Slow
first.
Hand.
Eric Clapton. You got your
Definitely not a controversial figure.
cocaine. What?
Definitely not a controversial figure in rock.
Oh. Yeah, it sucks what happened with his son. That's terrible.
That's why you don't drink?
Yeah.
Too much. Slow Hand.
Cocaine.
Also on the
It's got
cow
your-
label.
Yeah, RSO. I love that label, the one with the cow on it. But you got your Cocaine, you got your Wonderful Tonight, your Lay Down Sally, and I still haven't listened to the second side of this record. I I do really like Phil Collins' first three albums. Yes, you're going to see some of those in just a second because up next is old Phil himself.
You know why I have this, don't you?
Yes, I do. We're going to get to Elton John in a minute.
Face value.
Face value. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I love this album. In the Air Tonight. This Must Be Love is great. I actually like his reworking of Genesis's Behind the Lines. It's not as good as the original version, but it's still pretty good. The Roof is Leaking. That's an interesting song. That's a connection right there. Eric Clapton, I think, plays on The Roof is Leaking, and we had Eric Clapton before. I Missed Again is my favorite song on the album. That song's amazing. You Know What I Mean, Thunder and Lightning, If Leaving Me Is Easy, and it's got their cover of the Beatles' Tomorrow Never Knows.
Is it pretty good?
It actually is. It's not as good as the Beatles version because the Beatles version is like nothing you've ever heard before, but it's kind of a cool Phil Collins spin on it.
Oh. Is that still in the shrink now?
No, this is.
No Jacket
My
Required.
favorite Phil Collins solo album, No Jacket Required.
With shrink and hype stick. That's
Yes, I love this one. Eric Clapton the fifth or sixth Beatle? Yeah, he played on While My Guitar Gently Weeps and managed to stay good friends with George Harrison even
Doesn't make much
after what he did. Okay, but this is my favorite Phil solo album. Love this one.
Nick says 10th.
The 10th Beatle. Every song on this album is amazing. And I love the Sting and Peter Gabriel cameos.
What? Oh, wow. Sting?
Yeah, Sting sings on two of the songs, and Peter Gabriel sings on one of the songs. Speaking of Eric Clapton,
Cream! Just really
one of the weirdest album covers. It's like, what's going on? There's so much going on in this album cover.
And if you look at their other two albums, it's very plain compared to...
Yeah, all their other covers are just like, well, Wheels of Fire is kind of interesting, but Fresh Cream is like, oh, here's the guy is on a black backdrop. Goodbye is like, here's the guy is on the black backdrop waving goodbye at you.
Yeah.
But Wheels of Fire is an interesting album cover. Credence!
Let's go!
All right, now we got
Isn't Jason doing the Credence deep dive? Or is
I
that
think
Jacob?
Jacob is, but we're all on that one.
Credence.
Here we go. The Credence Clearwater Revival.
Susie Q.
Oh, Susie Q.
And it doesn't have the Susie Q bubble.
I know. It's interesting because most of them do. I wonder if it's right. Born on the bayou.
Bayou Country.
Born on the bayou. Y'all,
Chasing
y'all.
down a hoodoo there.
Chasing down a hoodoo there. Love this album. Born on the Bayou. Green River. It's got Bad Moon Rising on it.
Yes.
Love that song.
Green River's awesome.
Love this album. Willie and the Po' Boys.
Yes.
Another
Fortunate
amazing.
Son.
They put out 3 amazing albums in 1 year.
No Coldplay. Get out of here.
No.
It's not. No.
I might give Parachutes a try. I hear that's a good album.
Coldplay's actually pretty good.
I mean, what, Yellow? That's a good song, right?
I'm thinking of a song. It escaped me. Never mind.
Okay, must not be that good then.
No, it is good. I just forgot the name.
Okay, my favorite.
Yeah, Cosmos Factory.
Cosmos Factory.
Cosmo Clifford.
That's my favorite Creedence song on it.
Is it looking out your back door?
Looking out my back door.
And the last Creedence album.
Definitively the last Creedence album. Pendulum with the.
They didn't make
Have you ever
any
seen
more
the
after
right?
that.
Nope, they did.
Oh, hey guys, I actually listened to Mardi Gras the other day. Bad. It was pretty bad, not gonna lie.
It is.
I like the John Fogerty songs, but other than that, it was pretty bad.
You Don't Mess Around with Jim. Love this album. I love all the songs on it. You Don't Mess Around with Jim. New York's Not My Home. Fantastic. Hard Time Losing Man.
Texas is my home.
Photographs and Memories. Walking Back to Georgia. Operator. Time in a Freaking Bottle. Rapid Roy, the Stock Car Boy. Yeah, this whole album is Fantastic.
Don't mess around with vinyl.
And the oldest album in my collection, Merry Christmas by Bing Crosby. It's on the Decca label. The very old Decca label.
My old LP is After School Sessions by Chuck Berry.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I got a copy of After School Sessions by Chuck Berry. I got it. It's on the original Chess Records label. So
That's pretty cool.
I got
Ring, ring goes the bell.
the Trippy Hippie wasn't crazy about that album.
Oh. boy.
Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, Crosby,
Yes,
Stills, and Nash.
Crosby,
Let's go.
Stills, and Nash.
Yeah, baby.
Love this album. It's amazing. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes is fantastic.
Marrakesh Express.
Oh, I love Marrakesh Express. I love Wooden Ships.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole album is amazing. You know what else is amazing? The follow-up, Deja Vu.
You know what else is amazing?
What?
Follow up. Deja Vu. It's also Groundhog Day, so we can do that.
Yeah.
Jason Millennial says, cool, I need some Chuck Berry. Yes.
Yes.
I gotta get some more Chuck Berry albums.
Even better than the first album. Our House, one of the greatest songs ever.
I was about to.
Gonna ride
Christopher
like the
Cross
wind, ride
featuring
like the
Michael
wind.
McDonald.
Such a long way to go. Think to the border of Mexico. So ride like the wind. Good ride like the wind.
And we got copyright stricken. Deja Vu, the third best album ever.
It is one.
It's
It
a
is
strong
one of the best
contender.
It is a strong contender for the best album ever. I'll give it that.
Oh,
Dire
this is
Straits.
another more recent acquisition for you.
Featuring Sultans of Swing.
Sultans of Swing.
Love that song.
And Brothers in Arms.
More
featuring
Dire
Money for
Straits.
Nothing. Yeah, baby. Hey, it's Briar. Yeah, Briar.
Yeah!
Yeah, Briar.
All right. So Briar is finishing his shift and is listening while he's completing his shift here.
Yeah,
Great.
Briar.
So you're just in time for Money for Nothing, So Far Away, Walk of Life, Your Latest Trick, Why Worry. The A side of this album is amazing. B side's pretty good too. Right Across the River, Man's Too Strong. One World. Oh my goodness, that song is so funky, so good.
It is.
Brothers in Arms.
This is an
Great
amazing album.
Great album. Next we have the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, we're up to 6 people watching. How about that?
Oh, nice.
Yay.
6 people. Not bad for a channel that just started. Jason just listened to Christopher Cross's first album, thought it was really good. Yes, I love Christopher Cross's first album. Like, one of the things I really like about that album is Christopher Cross was a big Steely Dan fan, so he got a lot of the people who played on Steely Dan's records to play on his first album,
Including Mike McDonald.
and Larry Carlton, who
Yo.
I just showed the albums for. The Doobie Brothers. It's amazing.
To open the gatefold.
No, I don't want to get struck for nudity, even though they're like covering up certain sections. But if you want to see the Doobie Brothers without their clothes on, it's in the gatefold.
And what hit song does this have?
It's got whoa, whoa, listen to the music. That's a great one. It also has Jesus Is Just All Right With Me is the other song. People would know from that, but there's some other good stuff here. What is there? Rocking Down the Highway, great song. Cottonmouth, White Sun, Disciple. Yeah, good stuff on this album. If you like Southern rock, you'll like that.
I don't think they're from the South, though.
No.
Like Creedence.
But still, this is
Captain and Me.
This is my favorite of the early Doobie Brothers albums.
I have this album as well. It's really good. Christopher
Cross
Cross
set
subbed
in for Richie Blackmore and Deep Purple one. Christopher Cross is a killer guitar player. Just like
Wow.
listen to his outro solo and Ride Like the Wind. That's him playing the guitar.
That's crazy.
They just need to turn up the volume on it.
Really?
But this is their best early album. I'm not going to say their best overall album because I think that honor will go to minute by minute.
Oh, hot take.
It's not a hot take. You know how many copies that album sold?
You're gonna get the.
The purists are going to
You're
come
gonna
after
get the.
Look, I like this album
Hard
too.
rock,
This is my second favorite
fans
video.
all up in arms. You like the Mike McDonald?
It might be because I like Steely Dan, and it's a similar Steely Dan vibe.
It's just Doobie Dan. You're gonna get the Genius song. Disgruntled. I forget what's on this album. Like South China Lake or something like that.
China Grove. Ooh, Natural Thing. Great song. Long Train. Oh, Long Train to Running.
Yes.
That's one of the best songs.
That's the big hit song on that.
China Grove, amazing. Dark Eyed Cajun Woman, amazing. Clear as the Driven Snow. Man, borderline Prague on that song.
That's a really good album.
Without You, South City Midnight Lady. Evil Woman. No, but not that song. Same name. Ukiah and the Captain and Me. Yeah,
I love the album cover too.
This
It's
album?
great.
fantastic. Really great. Just it's like a classic rock sound to it. We got the follow-up to that album.
I have this one as
What were
well.
Once Vices Are Now Habits, featuring Blackwater. Another great album. I need to listen to these Doobie albums again. They're really
And
good.
it's got the Doobie Liner poster in it.
Yes, the Doobie Liner poster. Yeah, really great stuff on this album, but Blackwater, that's where it's at. And now Michael McDonald has entered the band, and we've got Taking It to the Streets. I love that song. Taking It to the Streets. Wheels of Fortune. Oh my goodness, amazing. Taking It to the Streets, amazing. For Someone Special, that's a song sung by the bass player, Tyron Porter, which is pretty cool. It Keeps You Running. So good. I love that song. It keeps you running.
Oh, Minute by
Here
Minute.
it
let's
is.
go.
Minute by Minute. I
There
love
he
this
is.
album. I love this album. What a Fool Believes, one of the greatest songs of all time. I love
Co-written by
Kenny Loggins. I love the title track. There's a song on here called Don't Stop to Watch the Wheels. So underrated. I love that song.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah.
How Did the Fool Survive? Great song. Here to Love You. Great album. Love this album. You're probably going to see this in my top albums of 1978 pretty soon.
Ooh.
Now we got The Doors. Break on through to the other side. The Doors.
It's the eponymous debut album.
Featuring Break On Through to the Other Side and Light My Fire.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
On the Elektra label. Just good 60s pop here. The end is kind of weird though.
That's because it's written by Jim Morrison.
Yeah, Jim Morrison definitely.
Rule of thumb:
Interesting
if a
fellow.
song is written by Jim Morrison, it's probably pretty weird.
That's my like critique of the Doors is that sometimes they have like contrasting tones. Like you have these really great 60s pop songs and the next thing you got is just Jim Morrison reciting poetry. Sounds like he's drunk.
He probably was.
Probably.
And high.
That's just if you're a Doors fan, I'm sorry about that, but that's just my hot take on the Doors. But you'll see I've got a lot of their records though. Look, here's Waiting for the Sun.
Is that the third album or the second?
So their third album. Second one, Strange Days, is strange. But it's got People Are Strange on it.
you found that strange. It was strange.
This one has Hello, I Love You on it. You might have heard that one before. Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? It's a good song. My favorite song on here is Spanish Caravan. Some really great guitar playing on that one. I love 5 to 1. That's a really good album closer. Yeah, this album's pretty good. It does have my least favorite song by The Doors on it, though. Not to Touch the Earth. It's 3 minutes and 54 seconds of, I don't know what, it's freaky. It's not just weird, it's actually freaky.
Again, written by Jim Morrison.
Yes.
The Soft Parade.
Okay, this is actually one of my favorite Doors albums, and I don't care. A lot of people hate this album, but I love it. And the song that was written by Jim Morrison on this one, The Soft Parade, it's weird, but it's weird in the best way possible. It's like 8 minutes. It's actually really cool, though.
In the best way possible.
I love Tell All the People. I love the horn. Okay, I love how they're going like the horns and orchestra stuff on this album. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I'm a sucker for like big production like that.
That makes sense because you're a Chicago
I know.
fan.
I love Touch Me. That song is amazing. I've never heard a song that I feel like Mick Jagger or Frank Sinatra would both sound good covering.
What?
Have you ever heard that song?
No.
Come on now, touch me, babe.
Oh, yes.
Can't you see that I'm not afraid?
Yeah, I've heard it on the radio.
Great song.
And LA Woman
LA Woman,
with the window.
the best Doors album.
The last Doors album. Jim
Yeah,
Morrison.
the last one.
With Jim Morrison.
I love The Changeling. That song is amazing. I love Love Her Madly. I love LA Woman. Some more weird stuff by Jim Morrison. I love
Riders on the
Riders on the
Storm.
Storm. That is my favorite Doors song. And then for all the other songs on the other albums that I don't have, I got this. It's the greatest hits. Mainly just for People Are Strange. I got it for like $5 or $8.
Gotta take the price stick off.
I'll fix it later. I want to get to Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan,
Yeah, Bob Dylan. Merry Christmas.
No. No,
Merry
we're
Christmas
not going to
from
talk about.
Bob
We're not going to talk
Dylan.
about Bob Dylan's Christmas
Yeah.
album. Okay.
Merry Christmas from Bob Dylan.
Bring it. No. This is bringing it all back home in the shrink wrap, which is I think interesting.
And a hype sticker.
And a hype sticker.
In
And
mono.
It's
very
an early pressing too. I can't believe I found this, but I did.
Yes, he was very excited.
Very good album. It's got the electric stuff on the first side, the acoustic stuff on the second side, and I like Mr. Tambourine.
Jason says, "I hope you have the Christmas album."
How about that? If I have a Christmas album on record, we got my favorite one, Highway 61 Revisited.
Is that stereo or mono?
It's a mono one,
2 eyes label, right?
2i label.
Now it's time for.
I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any of my stuff on the wall. I didn't. Good.
Did you talk about Pet Sounds?
Yeah.
The Boston. Blonde on Blonde.
Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde.
The double album.
Double album. It's an amazing album.
There's no more to say.
This is an early mono pressing too.
Alrighty, now it's time for E.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Eagles. Let's
The
go.
Eagles. Their first album.
Produced by Glyn Johns.
Yeah. White Electro label. It's got.
I thought it was Asylum Records.
Oh, it is Asylum. Never mind. They got like them sitting by a campfire or something. The one thing that I'm upset about is the later pressings have a picture of the band on the back that's a lot cooler than just the same this the front. But I'm not complaining. Desperado.
This is a great album. Nice conceptual Western album.
Love Desperado. Desperado.
All of On the Border. Let's
All of the
go.
Eagles albums are great. Still on the border.
All of them?
All of the ones in this collection. No. I don't know why I bought this. $5. That's why I bought it. One of These Nights. I love this album. Great mid-70s album. Oh, oops. Hotel California is in the thing up there. Take it down, you gotta hang it back up.
Obvious. Natural.
There it is. Hotel California. Welcome to. Oh, I'm not even gonna try singing that. That might give me copyrighted just for singing a few bars of it.
Yeah.
Even though I sang One of These Nights. And I know this is Joe Walsh, but I put it in with the Eagles. This Joe Walsh's solo album with the Life's Been Good on it.
But seriously,
I
folks.
love it. It's funny.
The Long
Got The
Run.
Long Run.
With Timmy Schmidt.
Timothy Schmidt.
I just have their greatest hits
Hits
album.
album.
Speaking of greatest hits.
Huh. Well, it's funny you should mention that. This is the first Eagles related thing I got. It's 1 and 2. Oh boy. I didn't want that on the video. Oops. Got me scared of the buzzer bell. Okay, and then here's the Eagles live. Electric Light Orchestra. Face the Music with the Evil Woman. Now I can actually sing that song. Evil Woman. Fire on High. Such a freaky but cool song.
It's the first Electric Light Orchestra album I listened to.
It's freaky and then it becomes epic. Knight Rider, I love that song. I love Poker, I love Strange Magic. Yeah, great album.
I concur.
New World Record, another amazing album.
Well, we need to get the.
Oh, yes.
Here.
Out of the blue.
My favorite one. This album is one of my favorite albums of all time.
It's quite
It's good. You should check it out.
One of the best Devil albums of all time.
My favorite double album of all time. Okay, now we've got Discovery with Don't Bring Me Down, Bruce. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Tarkus. First side of this album is one of the best things you'll ever hear. The B side is one of the worst things you'll ever hear.
A study in duality.
Fleetwood Mac, Then Play On.
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac.
This is the only Peter Green album in my collection, and I'm fine with that.
You don't want to get Mr. Wonderful on vinyl?
Come on. No.
Or even the first album.
I might get the first one if it's a good price. Future Games, Bob Welsh stuff.
Nick is celebrating Bob Welch.
Mystery to Me. Love this album.
I think the only ones you don't have are
Hypnotized.
Bear Trees and Penguin, right?
I don't have Heroes Are Hard to Find.
Or that one, yeah.
We got the self-titled album
In the Shrink.
in the shrink wrap.
Does that still have Rhiannon on it?
It's got a Rhiannon and Landslide
Right.
and Say You Love Me are the ones that you might know, but the whole album is great.
Hmm.
We got my favorite one.
Oh, yes. Rumors. Suck It Genius.
Yeah, this album is amazing. One of the greatest albums ever made. We got the follow-up double album, Tusk. Man, this album is such contrasting tones, but I love that about it. Great album.
Well, and you have a third one.
Yes,
Mirage.
Mirage. I need to get Tango in the Night as well. That's a good
Oh,
album.
Jason says you're missing El Dorado and Time.
I know.
I actually do have Time, and
He
at
has
some
time and I
point,
don't.
I'm gonna get El Dorado, and on the third
I
day-
saw No Answer at the store today, but I was like, no.
Yeah, the only really good song of that is
10538 Overture.
Overture,
But you can get that on old ELO,
which I do have.
which is pretty good.
But yes, Time and El Dorado are great albums.
As long as you're talking about Time by ELO and not Fleetwood Mac.
Yes, Time by ELO, very good distinction to make.
We got Foreigner, Foreigner's first album, featuring Cold as Ice. Yeah, this is a great album. I don't listen to it very much, though. Oddly enough, I don't really listen to Foreigner very much. I don't know why. Foreigner is more of a band that I'm just excited when their songs are played on the radio. I don't really listen to their albums as much. I got the first one, and I got Foreigner 4, Jukebox Hero.
Stars
Oh, and urgent. And I've been waiting for a girl like you. Peter Gabriel, So. Love this album.
Is that his first solo album?
No. He had like 3 or 4 solo albums before this. But, In Your Eyes. Love that song. I love Red Rain, Sledgehammer,
I
Big
was gonna
Time.
ask you if Sledgehammer.
Yes, it's on this album.
Sledgehammer.
Stop purposely pushing the button. Now we got Genesis. Sadly, I don't have any Peter Gabriel Genesis. I'm going to fix that soon, but we do got Phil Collins, Duke, yes, if you're talking about the music, not about the album cover. Much like Fleetwood Mac's Heroes Are Hard to Find. Do not judge it by its cover. Duke. I love Duke. It's a great album.
Hit Games is an underrated work. Yeah, the album cover is really weird.
Yeah, it's
I don't care for the album cover.
It's,
It's
me
just,
neither.
it's just,
freaky.
Yeah.
It's like
it's just icky to
gives
look at.
me awful vibes.
Yeah, it's icky.
Yeah. It's got an awful album cover though.
Yeah,
you're
that's
right.
true. That's true. It's pretty bad.
Abacab.
Abacab is a great album.
Yes, it is. I love it.
I forget what. Let's see.
Dodo Lurker is my favorite one.
Total Lurker, yes.
I do love No Reply at All. And I love Me and Sarah Jane.
Yes.
And I love the title track. And I love Man on the Corner.
Some good stuff. I hope your shift was pretty good, Briar. Hope it wasn't too bad.
Self-titled.
The Shapes album, the best album.
Mama. That's all. Home by the Sea, Part 1 and 2. Illegal Alien.
Illegal
okay,
Alien.
I do like Taking It All Too Hard. I love Just a Job to Do. Silver Rainbow, and It's Gonna Get Better. You know what? I'm gonna come out and say it. Other than Illegal Alien, I like every other song on this album. And Illegal Alien, I think it's still funny. It's a horrible song, but it's funny. So
Yeah.
that's the only fault it's got. Still pretty good album.
True.
Here's the one that's gonna drive the genius crazy.
Invisible Touch.
Invisible Touch. Yes, I know. I need Trick of the Tail. That's one of the ones
Yeah.
that I need to get.
He's gonna get some. I guess
I
at the
need more
time.
prog Genesis.
I guess at the time you weren't ready to hear. Peter
No,
Gabriel.
I wasn't. It was like Genesis was the first prog band I deep dived into, and so I basically all of the Peter Gabriel stuff just went over my head, and I thought it was awful. Now I can appreciate it, but
Got Invisible Touch.
I have a
Full new wave prog pop.
soft spot for this album. It's amazing. Invisible Touch, Night to Night Tonight, Land of Confusion, In Too Deep,
I love the
Going
music
All
video
the
for Land of
Way.
Confusion.
with the puppet Genesis.
Yes. Ronald Reagan puppet.
George Harrison, All Things Must Pass.
He got this in really good condition.
The records have no scratches on them. I can't believe it.
It's very good. It's all like $30, right?
Yeah. I was surprised. I know we got a
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. I haven't listened to the whole thing. Probably need to. This is the year I'm getting into solo Beatles, so I probably will.
Okay,
Oh,
I
Briar
just
is
got
home.
Yay!
Good, Briar. Glad you made it safe.
And it's Cloud 9.
Cloud Nine. I got my mind set on you.
Produced by
Jeff Lynne.
Jeff Lynne.
I also really like When We Was Fab. That song's really good.
Maybe about his time with the Beatles as the Fab Four.
The Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Hey, Joe, this is in
This
excellent
is
condition.
like practically near mint condition.
It's very nice.
No scratch, well, maybe like one scratch, but it's that big and does not affect play. You cannot hear any background noise when you play
No, you
this.
cannot.
I'm so happy I got this.
I got one as well, but it's in not as nice condition.
Be careful when I'm taking the record out. It's a second pressing.
Yes, this is a very nice. It's very maybe a little bit of rainwater, but it's very good.
Featuring Fire, and The Wind Cries Mary, and some of his really good early songs. Now we got the Herman's Hermits. I haven't listened to this album, but
Henry VIII.
I am Henry VIII. I am. That's why I got this, just for that song. And because Nick says they're good, so it's like what, $5, $4? I think $4. I think I got this for $4. Okay, Nick. Here's the one you've been waiting for.
The Hollies.
The Hollies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got my favorite Hollies song, "Have You Ever Loved Somebody," on there.
Does it have "Girl I Got You Going"?
That's the Kinks.
Oops.
This is a pretty good
We
Hollies
can
album.
cut that out, right?
It's a live stream.
We'll cut that out.
What was that? What was that? I thought I heard you say, "When are we getting to the Kinks?" We'll get
What?
to them soon.
What?
Okay. Ooh.
All right. Now it's time for you have any
Michael-
records?
No.
Oh, we're tipping to Jay.
Michael Jackson. I've got Bad on the way. I'm gonna get Bad. It's in the mail. But we got the other of the Michael Jackson trilogy
The first epic record.
on Epic Records. Off the Wall.
Michael Jackson's Ready for Prom.
It does look kind of like that. 1979. It's got Rock With You and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Great album.
And then we got
Now we have to
the best-selling record of all
And
time.
there's a reason. It's
100 million copies.
Yes.
Thriller. Featuring Paul McCartney.
Yes, and Eddie Van Halen, and Alvin and the Chipmunks.
And then Michael Jackson would do something interesting with Paul McCartney's music.
Yes.
Purchase it.
Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick.
Thick as a brick.
I bought this one mainly for the newspaper cover. Now we got Billy Joel.
The Piano Man himself.
Cold Spring Harbor. This is the first album I ever bought on eBay. It's the original copy with the chipmunk version, he likes to call it.
Yeah, Chipmunk. Joel.
Sped up Billy Joel. We got Piano Man.
Yeah.
It's got some good stuff on it. Not my favorite though.
For the back cover.
Oh yeah, this is the negative cover on the back. That's freaky. Oh,
It's Jilly Bowl.
whoa.
It's Jilly Bowl.
Yeah, Jilly Bowl. It's Legib.
It's Jilly Bowl.
Legib.
Jilly Bowl.
Yeah, Jilly Bowl works better.
Street Life Serenader. We haven't listened to that album yet.
It's an okay album. It's got some good stuff. My favorite is actually Root Beer Rag. I love Root Beer Rag. It's got Angry Joel on the back.
Well, then we get to the hot
Now
stuff.
we get to good stuff.
Good stuff with Billy Joel. Turnstiles.
Turnstiles. New York State of Mind is fantastic. Really great album. The Stranger, one of the finest albums of all time. Sings from an Italian Restaurant is my favorite song by him.
When did that come out?
1977.
Oh, that's right. You talked about that. 52nd Street.
Another
Apollo.
great album. My Life, Big Shot, Honesty, Rosalinda's Eyes, Half a Mile Away. It's a great album.
Glass House.
Glass Houses, Billy Joel's hard rock album. We're about as hard rock as he gets. You may be right. Yeah, this one's amazing. Still rocking.
And then he
with me.
continues the hot streak, or does he?
Yeah, I don't like this album. I know it's got a lot of fans, but it's just it just gives me bad vibes. I don't know what it is.
Billy Joel trying to be John Lennon
I know.
in an attempt to tribute John Lennon.
Oh, yes.
Jason says, I looked into Billy Joel and I had like 13 albums. And he had like 13 albums. 52nd Street was great.
Yes, Billy Joel is a pretty
Get Turnstiles, get The Stranger,
Glass
and
Houses,
Glass Houses.
and an Innocent Man.
Innocent Man.
Billy Joel has a pretty medium-sized discography.
Oh, this is
Songs from the Attic. It's his live album. Of,
In the Shrink with the Hype sticker, yeah.
Innocent Man.
If you like doo-wop, you'll love An Innocent Man
Yes, it's Billy Joel doing doo-wop in the 80s.
with Ray Charles.
Not yet.
Oh.
Oh. Billy Joel's greatest hits. I don't even remember when I got it. Oh, wait, I think I got it. I think I remember when I got it, but I was excited to find this because it's rare.
How rare.
I don't know. Oh, here's the bridge. If you know, you know.
Excuse me.
No, if you know, you know.
I
This is
found the bridge.
this is the one with Ray Charles on it.
I found the confounded bridge.
Big Man on Mulberry Street is great. This is the album where
Jason
he
said
has.
For the Longest Time.
Yes, that's on the doo-wop one.
For the longest time. Ooh.
Stormfront, pretty good.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning.
I love I Go to Extremes. That song is amazing. Next, Elton John. With Elton John, we have his first album from England. We got his first album from America. The Tumbleweed Connection. It's a great album.
Madman Across the
Madman
Water.
Across the Water.
Ron Peaches is the best song. Just kidding. It's not a good song.
Tiny
Although I
Dancers.
do love the title track and I love Indian Sunset.
Yes.
Those songs are amazing.
Yo, Rocket Man.
Actually, I think maybe Indian Sunset might be the best song on that album now that I'm thinking about it. Honky Chateau,
Rocket.
It is.
Rocket Man.
and Honky Cat, and Mona Lisa's in that.
long time.
Don't shoot me! I'm only the piano player.
Did you listen to that album yet?
It's got Crocodile Rock,
Oh, we did.
Daniel, Have Mercy on the Criminal.
And then we have the big one.
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
3 out of 4 sides of this album are good.
3 great sides of an album.
Yes. The third side is not good.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Very impressive.
It's
Caribou.
Caribou.
Hey kids, it's the Elton John show. That's what kind of vibe this album cover gives off. Yeah, there's still some good stuff on here. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me is amazing. And I love I've Seen the Saucers. We got Elton John's Greatest Hits.
Daniel.
The first album I got by him.
Oh, really?
We got Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy
Gotta listen.
with the inserts. Yes.
Oh, it's a Walk Up the Resties.
Pretty good album. This is his cocaine album. He sounds coked up on there. And then we fast forward to 1983, Too Low for Zero.
Oh, I wonder what happened between there and there.
Let's just say he's still standing. All right, Journey.
I think Elton John had like 2 albums on the Rolling Stones list. Like a number 1, number
5 number 1 albums. Yeah, Elton John has got a very prolific career.
He's quite
Journey.
good. Journey, this is the first Journey album that matters.
Unless you're the genius. It's got Lights. Feeling That Way at Any Time. Wheel in the Sky.
This is a great
It's amazing.
Journey album.
Yeah, the big one.
Escape.
I need to get Evolution. But Escape featuring Don't Stop Believing.
Yes.
And
I got
every other song on the album.
Yes. And then Lay It Down, where he puts the highest note
Yes.
of the highest he ever goes vocally. It's crazy.
I think Stone in Love is probably my favorite on that one. Frontiers.
Briar, I actually like Journey's debut. Good for you.
Huh, I've never heard it. I might need to give a listen to it. But
I feel like I don't remember anything. I feel like it's just like jazz, rock, fusion, very forgettable.
it's like Black Magic Woman by Fleetwood Mac, the album.
Except not as memorable. I probably need to listen to it again.
Frontiers. Half of an amazing album. Why did they ever decide to drop the 2 singles and put them onto movie soundtracks? I don't know.
Ask the young and only the lonely. Right?
Just switch that.
Ask. How else do that?
Raised on Radio. It's kind of been going for a more R&B sound.
It's okay. It's pretty
It's
good.
alright. It's got some good stuff on it though. The Girl Can't Help It is amazing. I love Be Good to Yourself and I'll Be Alright Without You. Best song on the album.
Briar says it's more jazz fusion, but Neil's guitar is great.
Oh yeah, Neil Sean, like, man, that guy knows how to play the guitar.
Yes, he does. Who was the vocalist before?
Greg Raleigh, who's the keyboard player.
Yeah, he's the vocalist, so he's not as
Yeah.
good.
I do love when him and Steve duet though. Greatest hits. First Journey album I ever got.
Nice.
Oh, now we get to move on to.
We gotta switch. Do I
I
want to
gotta
move
put mute.
the-
I gotta push mute because that's not going on the video. Okay, we are moving on to number 2.
Shelf number 2.
Shelf number the 2nd. All right, here we go. Okay, with Kansas, featuring Carry On My Wayward Son. It's an amazing album. I need to listen to it more. Here's where You Really Got Me comes in. The Kinks debut album.
Oh, what kind of pressing is that?
Oh yeah, it's from the UK.
UK Pie label.
It's a later copy though.
Oh.
And then we got the Kinks' Greatest Hits. Oh, it still has the VG Plus sticker on it.
The Kinks.
By the Kinks.
Jason
By the
says
Kinks.
Kinks and Led Zeppelin should become assumed. You are correct.
You are
sir.
correct. You are correct.
You are correct. Something else.
Something else by the Kinks. By the
I've heard
Kinks.
this album. It's pretty fun.
It is. My favorite one, the Village Green Preservation Society.
Oh no, this is the one I listened to.
Yeah, this is the one you listen to.
Not the. No, I didn't. I don't think I listened to that one. Something else by the Kinks. By the Kinks. Very fun.
Lola.
And the Money Go Round.
And then this one came with the Something Else album. It's a 12-inch single. Okay, now we got the Led Zeppelins. Oh, but the first album isn't down here.
It's up on the Wall of Fame because the album cover is awesome. Zeppelin 1.
Yeah.
With a certified gold sticker award. It's probably made more than that.
Now we got Zeppelin 2. And now we've got Led Zeppelin 3.
This cover is in excellent condition.
It is. It's an original cover.
Mine isn't as good as that one. It's very nice.
The Led Zeppelin 2 is not Robert Ludwig, by the way, for those of you watching.
Isn't it a 1970s pressing?
Yes. It's a 1970s pressing, but it sounds amazing because it was done by, forget the guy's name.
George Pyrrhus.
George Pyrrhus. And now we've got the Man with the Sticks album.
Untitled.
We just did a review of this album over on my SoundLab Studios channel. Go check that out.
Houses of the Holy.
Except that's on the next album. Houses of the Holy by Led Zeppelin. Their best album, but their worst album cover. Other than Presence. That album has a bad album cover and a bad music. Epic double album.
Physical Graffiti. Let's go. Some give it a 10, some give it a 5. I think they're talking about House of the Holy.
Oh, I think he's talking about Led Zeppelin 4. If you watch the video, I put a little editor's note because Nick told me to put in that he gives it a 7 now.
Yes.
There's an editor's note on the video. And then we got the live album. The song remains the same.
Good stuff.
Live at Madison Square Garden, 1973.
Garden, yes, sir.
And then we got In Through the Outdoor. I made a makeshift paper bag cover since mine doesn't have it. Here it is. Through the Outdoor.
This is probably their most underrated album.
It is. It's actually good. I love Fool in the Rain. I love Carousel on Bread. I love All of My Love.
Scott does not have Presence for all you Presence fans out there.
No, because it sucks.
It's not that bad, but it's not that great.
I mean, I like Achilles' Last Stand. Oh, here's another album I just got today.
Yes.
John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band album.
The first John Lennon album. Very nice.
Haven't listened to it yet, but from what I listened to on the demo station, it seems like it's going to be an amazing album.
Hey, what do y'all over there think about Presence?
Yeah, what do you think about Presents? Put it
Brief
in the
thoughts.
comments.
Brief thoughts.
We got Imagine.
Imagine there are no revolvers. What? Maybe that was a little too dark.
Not as dark as Family Guy, what they did with that. Leonard Skinner's first album.
Free bird, yeah.
The Song of the South label. Or Sounds of the South, whatever it's called.
Oh, Briars says it's his personal favorite John Lennon album.
Oh, the Plastic
Imagine
Ono
or
Band.
Plastic Ono Band.
Jason thinks Presence is the weakest album.
That is correct.
Because it is.
It is the weakest album.
That's not even the question. You
Right.
Presence defenders. It's
Briar says Presence is okay. Exactly.
It's okay. I mean, Achilles' Last Stand is good, but everything else is just not Achilles' Last Stand.
True.
Leonard Skinner's Second Helping.
With Sweet,
Sweet Home Alabama.
Alabama. Oh.
I think my favorite song on here is the Ballad of Curtis Blow.
Briar says Plastic Ono Band is my favorite.
All right, good. And I
Let's
Glad I got it.
let's highlight this comment. Yeah.
all right. Now we had Lennon. Now we got McCartney. McCartney's first album.
Oh, it's McCartney one. That's a weird album.
I like the back cover better. There, it's Paul McCartney.
With his daughter.
I think the front was taken by Linda McCartney.
Oh, Jason said, I hope you had some McCartney. Yes, he does. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
Quite a few McCartneys.
More than I need. I have too many McCartney beats. Ram.
Ram!
I love Monkberry Moon Delight. That song is so good. I'm not going to show the back because, well, you remember.
Oh, yeah. It's McCartney throwing the first punch.
Yes.
Throwing the first diss track.
My
Well, now we
favorite.
have some Wings.
This is my favorite McCartney album, Band on the
Is
Run.
it Wings or McCartney?
It's Wings, but it's McCartney. Like I just group it all in together.
I love this album cover. Look
Yeah,
at
it's
this.
got Christopher Lee on there.
You got Christopher Lee. You got James Coburn. This is some great stuff on here.
I think it's like, and I think Dustin Hoffman is somewhere on the cover.
I think it's not.
That's Paul McCartney.
It's he's right now.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman. I like Backseat of My Car.
It's a good song.
Where's that from?
Ram.
Band on
That's
the
from Ram.
Oh, from
It's
Ram.
the
Okay.
closer.
Ram.
McCartney 2.
Temporary secretary. Temporary secretary.
This is that another shot at John, the first picture?
And this is the album that got John Lennon back into music.
Yes, it is. Even though it's a weird album, I need to listen to it. I've only heard the first side because some of the songs on the first side were just weird.
Jason says, I saw a Band on the Run album, underdubbed, came out, but I don't know what that means.
Oh, that means that don't buy that. Get the regular album. And it
What
means
is
that
underdubbed?
it means they've taken off some of the production on it and made a
Boo.
stripped down album.
Boo.
They knew what they were doing.
Breyer
back in the
says,
day.
oh, let me highlight. This is a good comment. Yay, McCartney, let's go!
McCartney, that's his favorite one, I think.
McCartney 2. He has a similar look to Mr. Wonderful. What? Oh my goodness. Don't do McCartney like that, please.
Okay, McCartney 3, this is the most expensive record I ever bought, but I'm totally planning to sell it one day. Because it's numbered, and it's number 301
Of how many?
of 3,000.
Oh. And you got.
And
Your
this is my
listening
listening copy of McCartney 3. Which I don't even listen to it. So. Now we've got Bye
Bye,
Bye
bye,
Miss
Miss
American Pie. Drove my Chevy number levies.
Don McLean.
Good
Is
old
it McLean or
boys
McLean?
drinking whiskey and rye, singing Don McLean. It's like Mr. Clean with the Mick.
Right.
Mr. McLean.
Breyer says, Band on the Run is my favorite, but McCartney 2 is a fun time.
Now we've got Nights in White Satin, Moody Blues, Days of Future Past. This album is great. It's basically it's like a concept album just about a day. Different times of day. It's great. It's got rock and orchestra on it.
Jason says, I don't know if I agree with Breyer.
The Monkees, Headquarters.
Jason, is this on McCartney 2 or Band on the Run?
McCartney too, I think.
Probably.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Anyway. Where's Wonderwall?
I actually really like this album. Thanks, Jason, for introducing me to it.
Yeah, Jason.
One of 2 90s albums I have in my collection.
The other 90s album is pretty good. You actually have 3 90s albums.
What's the third?
Union.
Oh.
Onion.
I forgot.
Oh, Jason
That's
said
how-
it's one of the greatest 90s albums.
In my opinion, the greatest 90s album.
You've only listened to 3 90s albums.
4, I've listened to Nirvana's Pool Baby album.
Oh.
I listened
Never
to Third
mind.
Eye Blind, self-titled.
Oh.
So,
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe
Alan
by
Parsons.
the Alan Parsons Project. I love this album.
How did you come about this album?
I liked Eye in the Sky so much that I was at the record store, saw this, and thought, this looks good. I didn't know it was
Oh,
going to
that's
be an
right.
absolute masterpiece, though.
Because he got Eye in the Sky. We were at a record store, and they were playing that record, and he thought it was really good and bought it.
Or they weren't playing it. I found it and I played it on the listening station. Just the
We were
first
at,
beginning.
Rubber Young.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Eye in the Sky, they were playing that, and I thought it was really good and bought that. Sorry, yeah, you were right about that. iRobot. It's
Second-
a robot. It's Alan. It's a robot. It's Alan. It's a robot.
It's about, what's it about?
It's about,
The future.
oh yeah, all of his albums are concept albums, so this is about AI.
Elon Musk wants to know your location.
I wouldn't want to be like you. I love that album. I love the album. I love that song. If I had a mind to, I wouldn't want to think like
It's
you.
not on mute, is it?
No.
Queen and Rush should be coming up next, I'm guessing. Possibly.
Pretty soon.
Possibly.
If I had time to,
You may be right.
I would want to talk to you. Oh, whoa, I wouldn't want to be like you. Oh man, I got that in my head. Pyramid. Pretty good album too.
What's this one about?
This one is about the futility of time. It's just like the pyramid, one of the strongest symbols of the old world. Everything falls away eventually.
Wow, that's crazy.
Poetic.
Did someone say Queen? Oh, we got the Queen fan.
Hold your excitement,
Uh-oh.
Briar. It's not
Uh-oh.
quite time yet. Got to get through.
Just hold up a minute.
We got some peas
We're almost
first.
there.
This is Eve. It's an alright album. Still some good stuff on
Nobody,
it.
absolutely nobody. Briar. Did someone say Queen? Jason says any Tom Petty? Possibly.
Yes, we do have Tom Petty. I have two or three.
We're getting there. We got to get there.
We got the Turn of the Friendly Card.
This is about gambling.
It is. I love games people play. That song is so addictive.
It's so addictive.
Oh!
Got him. Bing, 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 bing.
Games people play. Where did we go from here? Now that all of the children are gone.
That's very true. True.
Briar magically appears. It's like Beetlejuice. You just say the name and then.
Queen, Queen, Queen. Briar. Oh.
Oh, the next one is Eye in the Sky, which is on the Wall of Fame. Here it
Eye in the
is.
sky.
My favorite
I'm
one.
looking at you. And it also has the Michael Jordan intro.
Yes.
So any of you Michael Jordan fans out there, you know the entrance music. This comes from this album.
It does. It also has some very underrated songs like Psychobabble and You're Gonna Get Your Fingers Burned.
Yes.
Old and Wise.
Oh yes. Yes,
It's actually one of my favorite albums of all time. It's amazing.
It's quite good.
Got the follow-up, Ammonia Avenue. Pretty good. Not quite as good, but it's still got some really good stuff. Title track is amazing.
What's it about?
It's about self-isolation.
Oh.
I don't have the Ultra Culture. I saw it at the record store today, but I
don't ever
online.
forget it. That's true. Don't forget it.
I got Stereotomy.
What's this one about?
You know what? I don't know.
Oh,
Oh well. This is my least favorite Alan Parsons album, but there's still some good stuff on it. Stereotomy, that's a good song. Limelight.
Ha! Limelight by Alan Parsons.
Where's the Walrus is a cool instrumental. Yeah, but not as good as the other albums. Got Gaudi. This one's pretty good. I like La Sagrada Familia, Closer to Heaven, Standing on Higher Ground, Inside Looking Out, Money Talks.
Money Talks.
Yeah, pretty good album. Now we got Run! It's the Popo! Oh wait, no, not yet. Ruined my joke. Oh well.
Oh, you're
Peter and Gordon.
more British
British
invasion.
Invasion.
British.
I haven't listened to it. It's called I Go to Pieces. I have not listened to it though. I just bought it because Nick said they were good. Now here we are. Here's Tom Petty, Jason. Here he is. Here he is.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Rest in peace, Tom Petty.
Don't have to live like a refugee. Oh, and Here Comes My Girl, Even the Losers, Complex Kid. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Yeah, really, really good album. I unfortunately do not have Southern accents. I want that one though. My favorite one, Full Moon Fever.
Is that the more rare one?
Yes, it's got Free Fallin', and I Went Back Down, and Banana, Running Down a Dream.
Chase says, believe me, I watched a lot of Michael Jordan games growing up. Yes. You know the intro music
He
we're
knows.
talking about.
He
You
knows.
know.
Pink Floyd, Metal.
Metal.
This album is amazing, and it has the 20-minute side-long song Echoes, which is an experience, to say the least.
I gotta listen to this.
You do. It's insane.
Yes,
Oh,
Dark
and
Side of
yes,
the
you have
Moon.
heard this one, though.
I need that Tom Petty album, that and Into the Great White Open. Yes, that song's great too. Into
Dark
the-
Side of the Moon.
This is another awesome
That
album.
album is amazing. Wish You Were Here.
Ah, yes, a famous album cover. Look at that.
This is my favorite of their album covers.
Now, which one is called Pink?
Come over here, boy. Have a cigar. You're gonna go far. Sung by Roy Harper. Hats off to him.
Oh, really? Roy
Yeah.
Harper? Oh, that's hilarious. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. The Wall is my favorite Pink Floyd album. Epic double storytelling album. It's almost like listening to a movie, this album is. Run! It's the Popo! Now it actually works. The Police, Outlandos D'Amour.
Atlantis D'Amour. Great all the way through.
I don't like the last two songs.
Be My Girl Sally is one of the worst songs ever made.
Cringe. So cringe.
It's so cringe.
This album's great though. Regata de Blanc.
I love white boy reggae.
If you watched my Police ranking video, I ranked this as last, and you know what? It's not. It's actually pretty good.
You'll need to redo your ranking.
I know. I think Outlandos is at the bottom now, which is sad because it's still a really good album. It just has two songs at the end, unfortunately, that I don't like.
Do.
Da da da. It's all I want to say to you. Da do do.
Oh, Jason says, oh, I have Full Moon Fever on CD Greatest Hits.
That's a good one. Is that my mother? Oh no, not yet. That's not on that one. That is coming up.
Yes.
Is that my mother on the phone? The telephone is ringing. Is that my mother on the phone?
Every girl I date becomes my mother in the end.
Why'd they have to put that on an otherwise amazing album?
They should have put Moida by Numbers.
Yes. We got Zenyatta Mondata with the shrink sticker.
And the hype sticker, yes.
Don't
And
stand, don't
it
stand
features
so-
the instrumental
don't stand
Behind My
so
Camel
close to me.
that beat Rush's YYZ for Best Rock Instrumental. The crime of the century. It's bad.
There's also got Don't Stand So Close to Me and Driven to Tears.
And it's got actually two instrumentals.
Oh, yeah, I don't even remember the other one.
What's-
Oh, yeah, the other way to stop it. That's the other instrumental.
Oh, Jason says, my mother on the phone. Briar says, no, but my girl Sally's on the other line.
Yeah! No.
Sometimes you feel naughty.
No. I don't even mention that song. I hate that song. It ruins the album. That's why it's last place, because that song's so bad.
Ghost in the Machine.
I love this album.
Is there a certain song that you love above all other Police songs in this album?
Yes, and that would be.
Every little thing she does is magic.
Oh, I was going to say Demolition Man. No.
Ah.
No, Every Little Thing She Does
Let's
Is
say
Magic
Hungry
is
for
my
you. The French song.
French song. No, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic is my favorite Police song. Spirits of the Material World is amazing.
And
I
it's
love
got the
Invisible
best,
Sun.
the only good Andy Summers song.
I'm the Omega Man.
Omega Man.
I'm the Omega Man.
Contrasting, Behind My Camel and Be My Girl Sally and Mother.
Oh,
Omega
no.
Man is a masterpiece.
Use the Force.
Use the power of synchronicity. One of the best albums of all time.
I love this album, other than Mother. The rest of the album's amazing, though. The B-side. Oh my goodness. I need to make a video on like best B-sides to an album. This would definitely be on there. The B-side of this album is amazing. Every Breath You Take and
King of
Pain, Wrapped Around Your Finger, and Tea in the Sahara.
It's
I love
good stuff.
Synchronicity 2 as well. Synchronicity 1 and 2. Walking in
Mother.
Your Footsteps. No. Okay. All right. Next. Elvis Presley's Golden Records. The second oldest album I have in my collection. And then I got an Elvis compilation. The Worldwide 50 number one hits. 4-record set. All right, Briar, here they are. Keep yourself alive. Keep yourself alive. Queen's first album.
I don't want to walk in front of the camera.
Oh, that's fine.
Queen's first. I've listened to Queen's first album. Is really good.
Queen's second album.
This is even better.
This album is another one of the greatest B-sides ever.
The wait is over. True. My beloved bit. Oh, wait, I gotta highlight the comment. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Bro, is it full attention now?
She's a killer queen. Another great album. Sheer Heart Attack.
I actually really like the prog direction they were going for the first 2 albums. It's quite good.
Especially the B-side of Queen 2.
The B-side of Queen 2 is really good. Briar,
To the Black Queen. Really
what are
good.
your thoughts about the first 2 albums of Queen?
Yes.
Only one made it on the Rolling Stones list.
Oh, that's sad. That's very sad.
What do you think of the prog direction versus the the
It's not exactly
regular
pop. It's just more hard rock.
hard
arena
rock direction than the pop direction they did? It's quite a transition too, from Queen 2 to Sheer Heart Attack.
Oh, oops.
Oops, we skipped one.
Yeah, you can see it on the wall up there, though.
The best Queen album, A Night at the Opera, because it has Bohemian Rhapsody.
I love that album. It's so good. And this is...
Love the first albums, both of my top 5. Hey, nice.
Oh, perfect. This is the changed color palette version of that album.
I think I've only listened up to this one, right?
Yeah, this was the last song I listened to. Because next is...
The robot. The robot is gonna kill Queen.
Oh, no. It's a killer queen? Is it gonna kill her queen? News of the World. Great album. We Will Rock You, We're the Champions, Spread Your Wings. It's Late, All Dead, My Melancholy Blues. Great album.
You
like jazz?
You like riding bicycles? You'll love jazz. Jason says yes.
Live Killers.
Oh yes, Live Killers.
And then we
Hey
got
Briar, have you listened to their live albums? Let us know in the comments.
The Game. Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
You love Fat Bottom Girls? It's okay. Sir.
Oh,
They make the rock and roll go round.
I think he's answering. He's replying to our question if you like jazz with another
You
question.
like jazz.
It's like, hi, I'm astrophysicist Brian May, here to let you know why female posterior tissue makes the rotation of the Earth.
It's true. The works. Wait, I thought they have another album in
No,
between.
they don't. This is the next album.
Briar,
Radio Gaga.
do you acknowledge the forbidden album between
Hot Space?
works? I listened to a few of their live albums. I recently bought Live Killers on CD. Nice.
Under pressure.
Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing,
No,
bing,
you just
bing,
sang
bing.
Ice Ice Baby.
It's different. Come on, it's got an extra in there.
Here's for
Briar, as a bass player, you understand.
Here's for Jason. Lionel Richie Can't Slow Down. He,
Lionel Richie, yeah.
he loves this album. I haven't listened to it honestly though. I need to.
Jason says no body language in your collection. Correct.
Correct.
Because that song is
That
garbage.
song is garbage.
Got it.
It's like the chicken liver.
Breyer says, here, let me see. Let me put it up here. I enjoy Hot Space. Flash Gordon doesn't exist though.
No. Oh boy, I didn't even remember that.
That bad, huh? Oh my goodness.
Okay. Now we got.
Oh, Jason says I really like Lionel Richie. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've got the Rolling Stones.
Come on, hide. There we go.
Nah.
Oh, this is a more recent acquisition. This is a
Yes.
64 mono pressing.
65.
65.
I got it for the recent video on Nick's channel.
Townsend
We
505. Go watch it.
Reviewed Out of Our Heads. Go watch it. There's other good songs on there besides Satisfaction.
That was the only song.
You got Aftermath with Paint It Black. Love this album. Under My Thumb is really good. You got Between the Buttons.
Yes. What song?
Really underrated. Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday. Yes.
Goodbye,
Ruby Tuesday.
You got Beggar's Banquet.
What else song?
Street Fighting.
Oh, here.
No, Street. Oh, perfect. Do you know Street Fighting Man?
Possibly.
Revolution.
Do you have Exile on Main Street?
No, I don't.
Or
Oh,
the
let me put
Rolling
it-
Stones?
let me put it this
Cosmic
way.
Christmas?
No, let me put it this way. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about with this album. Woo woo!
Yes.
All right, now
Hot Rocks.
which is their greatest hits?
Jumpin' Jack Black. It's like yes.
Yes, the only place you can get that other than singles. And Honky Tonk Women, only on that album.
Wow.
They're single exclusives.
Rush.
Now we've got Rush.
Yeah, baby.
I get Fly By Night. I don't have that one, but I have this.
night.
Progressive Steel. Really good.
I love Caressive
Strong album.
Steel. I think I'm
I
going
think I'm going
bald. It's
bald.
the funniest song Rush has ever. Wait, not the funniest song. One of the funniest songs Rush has ever done,
Oh,
and it has no reason to go as hard as it
exactly.
does.
I think I'm going bald.
I also Bastille Day and
Yes.
Lakeside Park also really good. Necromancer and of course
Fountain Alignment is
the
the best.
Fountain is amazing.
2112.
This is the
Breakout
first Rush
album.
album you bought? Oh, it's
Moving Pictures is the first one I bought. This is the second.
2112.
I love the first side of this record. I love the,
The second side's
side
also
too,
good.
but the first side.
You gotta show the back cover. It's funny.
Oh, the epic! Look at that!
Kimonos.
3 Drum in
yeah.
pajamas.
Yeah. Bunch of nerds in kimonos.
And we got the live album, All the World to Stage. It's got a live version of 2112. Farewell to Kings.
Yeah, Xanadu. This one has my favorite song from Rush, Xanadu.
I love this album. I love all the Rush albums.
All?
All the ones that I have here.
Ah.
All of these Rush albums. Hemispheres.
Hemispheres. It's got the trees. One of the most underrated.
And La Via Strangiato.
One of the most underrated Rush songs.
I love La Via Strangiato. We got
Permanent,
Permanent Waves. We got some Spirit of the Radio on there. Oh yes, Moving Pictures is next. 2 10 out of 10 albums back to back. Permanent Waves and Moving Pictures.
Oh, you giving Permanent Waves a 10 out of 10?
Yeah. And this one's close. Signals.
Signals. Subdivisions. Subdivisions.
I love that one.
Subdivisions.
And now we've got their next live album. Exit Stage Left. Oh wait, I think this is supposed to go before.
Probably.
So 4 Subdivisions. Now we got Signal. No. Grace Under Pressure.
This is a really good album.
I actually really like that album.
The mid 80s Rush is really underrated.
It is. Power Windows. Oh, oops. Oops. Big
And
money goes around the world.
Hold Your Fire.
Hold Your Fire. Tai Shan, people.
Yes, Taishan and Time Stands Still.
Yes.
What do y'all think of 80s Rush?
Here's an
Starting with
80s Rush live album.
Show of hands. All right, I want to
Simon and Garfunkel.
and Garfunkel.
The Sound of Silence.
That's a bit depressing, not gonna lie.
It's got a good song.
But it's a good album. I give it a good. Did you have their first album, Wednesday Morning?
No, I don't.
I love. This is my second favorite.
I love this
Simon
song.
and Garfunkel
Parsley,
album.
Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme.
Breyer says, "I love Prime Mover on Hold Your Fire. Really underrated song." Yes.
Bookends.
Bookends. The old
Not a
people
very
album.
good copy though. It's gonna be that.
The old people.
My favorite one, Bridge Over Troubled
Yes, a
Water.
masterpiece album, very good. Is there a song that you love more than any other song in the world?
The Boxer.
Yes.
No, that's the title track.
Title track is
Paul
Scott's.
Simon solo album.
Nice. I love
With
this hook.
Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Still crazy after all these years. And 50 Ways to Be Your Lover. Paul Simon Greatest Hits. I traded somebody for that one. One Trick Pony. I've never heard this album before, but it's here in my collection.
You never heard it.
No.
How long have you had it?
Several years. Graceland.
How many Paul Simon records you have? Well, that's it.
That's
The
it.
Boss!
Now we're on The Boss.
Born
Springsteen.
to Run. This is a
Born
great
to
album.
Run. The album that you may or may not have seen in the Sound Lab intro
Or heard.
or heard.
Baby, I'm born to run. One Trick.
Born in the USA! Born in the USA! I was born in the USA! Oh, good. It's pretty good.
Yes. And I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
Ooh, I'm on fire. I really like Cover Me. My favorite, though, is...
We're just dancing in the dark. Ringo! Let's go.
What does Ringo do? He drums.
He drums. I don't think you've ever listened to this album.
I listened to the first few songs.
Yo, Steely Dan, let's
Steely
go.
Dan, first album.
Can't buy a
Got
thrill.
Do It Again, Dirty Work, and Reeling in the Years.
Do it again.
And only a fool would say that, which is
the John
the
Lennon diss
response to
track.
this album.
Imagine.
It's their second album.
Countdown to Ecstasy.
Ah,
I need to
it's
get
all
this
right.
album.
I like it better than I did the first time I heard it now. I still don't like Showbiz Kids, though. But I love My Old School. That song is amazing. Pretzel Logic. Probably my least favorite album by them. Still good, though. I love Ricky Don't Lose That Number. Ricky Don't Lose That Number.
Oh yes, Katie Lied. Their first
Katie
is a
Lied.
Studio Wizard band.
Dr. Wu.
Dr. Who, and Black Friday.
Black Friday comes.
Very good. Oh, the Royal Scam.
This is where we're getting to the heat now.
Big
Look at that.
guns right here.
Royal Scam.
Royal Scam.
Love that one. Kid Charlemagne.
Woo.
Kid
Don't you know?
Charlemagne. Ba, ba, ba.
You are Italian in their eyes.
My favorite one, Asia.
With the best drum solo ever.
Yes.
Breyer says, I'm never gonna do it without the fez on.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I'm never gonna do it without the fez on. Yeah.
Oh no.
He's gotta leave that comment up there for a little
The
bit. We
fez
can't
on.
do it without the fez on.
Why does that song always just make you want to go?
This is good.
It's got a groove.
It's a groove. Who is that gaucho amigo?
Gaucho. Really underrated album. I like it. I used to hate it, but now I think it's really good. Oh, we're on the last cube. We got Born to Be Wild. Yeah, I've never listened to this album. It just came with one of my other albums, so. I know Born to Be Wild, though. It's an alright song. Sting and the Dream of the Blue Turtles. His first solo album. Really good. I really like The Russians. That song is amazing. And Fortress Around Your Heart. If You Love Somebody, Set You Free. And Every Cake You Bake. Styx, Grand Illusion. Oh, there's another one, but it's got the mouse on it. Oh. Why did you do that? At least you didn't put Hockey Pocket.
They'll never be welcome in the Custard Dome.
All right, Grand Illusion's got Come So
Well, if
Away.
I were to do that, we've missed that window.
I know, but Chicago 7.
What is that?
This is Styx.
Oh, more
It's
sticks.
got Renegade.
Ooh, I love Renegade.
And more Styx. Paradise Theater. It's a concept album.
What about up here?
It's about a theater and how
Whoa.
it represents the decline of American culture.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now we've got Supertramp. The Crime of the Century.
We need those.
I love this album. It's so good.
Oh. Wait. Oh.
Yeah, this one first. Even in the quietest moments, I got it for $5. I like that one too. And now, woo! Take a look at this album. 'Cause it's the only one I got. Breakfast in America. I love that album. It's amazing. We got Tears for Fears, songs from the big chair with Everybody Wants to Rule the World. And
Everybody
Shout.
wants to
Head Over Heels. Love that album.
Toto.
Toto, self-titled debut with Hold the Line.
Love isn't always on time. And even if you guys bless the rains down in Africa,
Yes,
Toto,
Toto
4, baby.
4. I love this album.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And we got U2, The Joshua Tree. Pretty good album. Need to listen to it sometime.
We have the cassette tape of it.
It's the only actual cassette tape I have.
Don't it?
We got Van Halen's first album.
Nice.
Got Eruption on it.
All right, y'all. Any Van Halen fans in the comments type, who do you like better, Roth or Hagar?
Well, since we only have one Van Halen album, I think you can tell. This is the other 90s album I have. It's Weezer.
Weezer.
Not much more to be said.
All of my homies, this and my girl.
It's 90s nerd rock. That's how I would describe that. We got The Who.
Woohoo!
My Generation.
Roth. Oh, okay, we got Roth. Talking about my generation.
And Breyer says, it's
Duh.
all about Gary Sharon.
Yes, Gary Sharon. Roth, duh.
We got their second album.
Happy Jack. The one with the worst production
I
value.
know, it sounds terrible. Good songs, though. I like Boris the Spider.
Yes.
I love So Sad About
Okay,
Us.
here we go. Here we go, Nick. If you're still watching,
Here it is.
the Who sell. I don't think he's watching anymore. I think he
Aw.
left.
Sad.
I think
But
it's
here it
because it's me
is.
and Jason and
The
Brian.
Who Sell Out.
The Who sell out. Nick, you're missing out. We're
It's a
talking
great
about
album.
the Who.
And your favorite album.
Yes.
Who Sell Out. It's amazing.
Oh, Nick left. Sad.
I can see for miles.
Someone got to get Nick back on here. We're talking about the Who.
We got
Tommy.
Tommy.
I love Pinball Wizard,
Yes.
and I hate Fiddle About.
And that's where we're going to leave that.
And Underture. It's
Underture is a
boring.
snoozer.
Breyer says, wait, who are you talking about? I don't know.
Yeah. Who are we talking about? We got Live at Leeds.
A great live album.
I love the jamming on that album.
The My Generation medley is elite.
Yes. Quadrophenia, their second rock opera.
Second and final rock opera.
Oh, wait. I forgot one.
Oh, the one in between. The best Who album ever.
Yes. Yeah!
Behind Blue Eyes, Bob O'Reilly. Barney, the song is
I
over.
love the song.
Getting in tune. Worst picture.
We got Odds and Sods compilation album. Then finally we got
Jason says, I think you have all of our favorite albums in your collection.
most of them.
Most.
I don't know,
It's too bad Nick dropped off because he would have loved to be in this section.
Who are you?
Are you? R.I.P. to Keith Moon, not to be taken away. And that's the last Who album they ever did. Because they knew without Keith Moon it'd never be the same.
Okay, now we're on Williams, as in John Williams, as in the Star Wars soundtrack.
This is a killer soundtrack. It's
It is.
awesome.
I love it. It's amazing.
John Williams got the heat. I actually do have that album as well, and I have The Empire Strikes Back.
Who are we listening to next? Yes.
All right, any Yes fans in the audience?
We got the Yes album.
Yes.
It's so funny. I just realized that I've seen All Good People is about chess. I love
Sweet.
I
I have it on CD. Nice. Are we talking about
think he's talking about whatever. Oh, Star Wars, I think.
Star Wars? Yes. Star Wars.
Um,
Breyer says yes.
we had Star Wars, and then we got Starship Trooper.
Yes.
That isn't that a segue? Star Wars and now Starship Trooper.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now then you've got Fragile, right?
Now we have Fragile.
I'll be the
Roundabout, the ones bringing out.
Hey Breyer, can you do the roundabout bass part? Let me know.
Love this album. Oh, now we got the big one.
Ooh,
Or
close to
the
the
big
edge.
ones. The next two albums are two of my favorite albums ever.
Close to the edge, down by the corner.
Man, when the organ kicks in on this song, every time it's like, yes. Literally. I also love In You and I love the guitar playing on that song.
And Siberian.
And I love
Cat True.
Siberian Ketru. That song is so amazing. 3 amazing. Yeah, there's only 3 songs on this album, and they're well worth being.
Breyer
20
says,
minutes.
"No, I'm not worthy." Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Breyer,
This
Jason
Breyer.
says, "I have 5 soundtracks at the moment. I want to get more."
okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, this is the big one. Relayer. My
Layer.
favorite one. Gates of Delirium.
Gates
It's-
of Delirium.
it's
Sound
insane.
Chaser.
Sound
Ah!
Chaser. Oh my goodness, that guitar solo in the middle that Steve Howe does. And then To Be Over is it's a very nice song. Now we've got Going for the One. Pretty good. I like Awaken. I like Wondrous Stories is a good song. Turn of the Century. Going for the One, the song. Yeah, it's a pretty good album. Now we have one that some people are going to say is terrible, but I actually really like. Gotta take the sticker off.
Tornado. What a delightful.
There we go. Tornado. Yeah, a lot of people say this album is bad, but I actually really like it. I especially like Don't Kill the Whale and Release. And Onward. I love Onward. That song is amazing. So beautiful. Now we've got 90125 featuring Owner of a Lonely Heart and Changes.
Oh yes, Breyer says, "Love Relay are my favorite, and Tornado is decent."
I like Tornado. Now we have the epitome of mediocre. Onion. This album is supposed to be amazing. Well, in concept, should be amazing because you've got basically every member of Yes from the past. But it's so boring.
Scott's theme song.
What? Oh, yes. Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Oh, yes.
In the video.
Owner of. Oh yes, that's right.
We got the Zombies.
The Zombies.
Odyssey and Oracle.
Odyssey and Oracle.
It's the time.
Great 60s
of
pop.
season.
How much do you like this album?
A lot. It's the first review we all did together.
You like it over some Beatles albums?
Yes. Then here's Colin Blunstone's solo album.
Oh, look at this. Breyer says something pretty funny. Union has actually 1 million session players, so you have no idea who's playing.
That's oh my goodness! You have all 8 of them, and they still have session people. Why? In the words of Christine McVie.
Why? You have no idea. That could contribute to the mediocrity and
True.
overall confusion of that album.
True.
Because I guess you're pretty confused watching
It's easy top. Tres Hombres.
Tres Hombres.
And then, finally, the crown jewel of my collection,
Wasn't that another one?
a sealed copy of Richard Nixon's inaugural
Yeah!
address. Yay!
Oh my goodness, yes.
Now I got my 45s. I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. Day Tripper and We Can Work It Out by the Beatles.
We can work it out. Jason says, now you are talking.
Hey Jude and Revolution by the Beatles.
Oh.
Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane with the sleeve.
The best single.
Yes. And then here's the
Now and then.
small version of Now and Then.
Breyer says first or second term. Oh, for Richard Nixon? I think it's his first term.
Oh boy, I think, I don't know. Back then it would have been
It's probably his first term.
probably, 'cause it would have been the only one then. Wouldn't it be nice? And God only knows about Beach Boys. The single version of In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins features real drums and not just the drum machine. So it's a nice alternate mix. I actually kind of like it better than the album mix. Because I like hearing Phil's actual drums.
In this apartment, we love Phil Collins.
Yes,
We
we do.
don't hate on Phil Collins in this.
Ohio by Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young.
Ohio!
That's a James Gang record that I bought just to get Eye in the Sky.
Oh,
The Immigrant
Song.
But here's what I'm after. Hey, hey, what can I do?
The
Only way to get it.
the true ending for Led Zeppelin 3. Jason says, I saw a record at the used vinyl store at Old Senator talking about some famous American speeches. It'd be interesting
Oh,
about
okay.
that on it. Yo, yes. Breyer knows what's up. Phil Collins forever.
Yes.
Breyer knows what's up. Let's go.
And here's Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by the Police with Shamel on the B-side.
Breyer, you know what's up. Phil Collins is great.
Every Breath You Take with the sleeve. Murder by Numbers is the B-side.
Murdered by Numbers, which should have been on the album instead of a certain song.
Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel.
I think you got a bunch of Simon and Garfunkel singles. They have alternate mixes, so
Yes,
they sound
they do.
different from the album.
Yes. Keep the Customer Satisfied by Simon and Garfunkel. El Condor Pasa by Simon and Garfunkel. Cecilia by Simon and Garfunkel. And finally, Jump by
Might as
Van
well
Halen.
jump. Boop, 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 boop.
Bow, bow, now, bow. Do, 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 do,
All right, so that's it.
do, do.
That's all your records.
That's-
and 45s.
All. That's
That's all.
all of my records. Thank you guys for watching. And if some of the people who, like Jason and Breyer, if you guys want to hang out for a bit, I'll send you a link here in the the Facebook group. But thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Remember, music is art, and art is expression.
Amen.